clientele base? I mean, is there a demographic that you work with your clientele?
Well, we have 15 trainers on staff, so every trainer has their own personality. And some work with an older population, some work with young, some work with moms, some work with businessmen. I tend to attract athletes and entrepreneurs because I've always been an athlete and I'm obviously an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I work with some big name people.
Can you tell us some of the big names?
Yeah, I train Manny Ramirez from the Los Angeles Dodgers. I've trained Jason Taylor from Dancing with the Stars fan. But actually he's an NFL player.
Yeah, my wife's favorite show, I think.
Really? And Zach Thomas is one of my favorite people to train. One of the hardest working people I've worked with is John Beck, no relation, but he's a quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Go Steelers. And then I trained
Broncos.
Yeah. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I trained for 5 years. So those are just a few of the people, but I've worked with about, I'd say, 50 or 60 professional athletes.
Okay. So what gets you going every day?
You know, it's a question. I knew you were going to ask me that. And I'm like, I never thought about it. It's just something innate inside me. Like, I don't even have to think about it. I do what I love.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Do what you love, okay. And
I've always loved helping people. I've always loved to learn, and I've always loved to be challenged. And and the one thing I always say to clients is, you've had this. You have the clients like, it's starting to burn, and they sat down. They're like, it's getting hard. I'm like, good. And the story I always tell them is Muhammad Ali. I remember I was a little kid, my dad was a fighter, and I was sitting there, and Muhammad Ali, they were interviewing him, and someone asked him, Muhammad, how many sit-ups do you have to do to get stomach like that? And he goes, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? And he goes, well, I don't start counting until it starts to hurt. And I said, you know what? Challenge creates change. Without challenge, there is no change. So when it starts to hurt, when it starts to become a challenge, like anything in life, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, that's when you have the opportunity to grow. And if you don't capitalize it, it can just be a painful time. But it can also be the greatest lesson you'll learn.
Okay. Now, what can you tell to all my followers out there that if they haven't gotten into an exercise program in their life, what can they do to get going? What do you say to them?
Well, the first step is not to overcomplicate it. I meet people, and you'll meet the guy that's. I had a friend in Pittsburgh. He was a nutritionist, but he weighed over 300 pounds, and his business was struggling. And I said, who's going to work with you? A sumo wrestler? You got to walk the talk. And the way he got started was this: he knew too much. He had paralysis by analysis. Is that how the saying goes? He thought too much. He tried to make everything perfect, and he's like, well, I need to first find a trainer, but it's going to be a good trainer. I need to review all the different diets out there so I have the best diet. And I told him, I said, you need to get off your ass and you need to move. You just got to move.
Yes.
Get up, do something. It doesn't have to be perfect. And what you got to do is commit to small steps. So what we do here is, what I did was, one of the things that bothered me was like people would come, and if they stuck with us, they'd get great results. And then so I went and I interviewed some people in neuro-linguistic programming, some people that specialize in behavior modification, 12-step program, Alcoholics Anonymous, things that actually worked. And I realized that you can't just beat people up. So the key is you've got to do it systematically. You have to systematically challenge them, but you have to reward them. And so we do almost like a 12-step program, but they don't know it's a 12-step program. And so we have the first step is 7 days. Because if you tell someone it takes 12 weeks to get ripped and to get the before and after picture, it will motivate maybe 2 out of 10 people.
Okay.
But if you tell them all you have to do is these 3 things every day for 7 days, then what it does is it gives them a victory. And one victory leads to another victory. So then you tell them what the next, and once they accomplish that, you reward them somehow. You just tell them, hey, it may not seem like a big deal, but the first step is the hardest. It's, we went to a Tony Robbins seminar, Walked on Fire, and it's funny because you sit up there, and it is hot. Like, I thought we'd go, and it wasn't actually hot. But, I mean, you could feel the heat coming off of the thing, like it was like almost burning you, and there was a process you went through. And after you took the first step was the hardest. But after you took the first step, it was just momentum. And that's what the 7-day challenge is about. It's about creating momentum. And the first step may just be showing up. First step may be calling you.
Exactly.
Just saying, hey Trent, what do I do first? And just do it. Or maybe just drinking half your body weight and ounces of water a day. I mean, that will create an amazing physical change that people don't even realize.
Okay, right. Now, we always say, you know, the longer you sit, the bigger it gets. And it's so true in life. We got to get moving. You know, Billy, Beck, and I are all about working out, and it's all part of our life, every day, in every way. Now, Billy, a couple little end of question, fun question is favorite food.
Favorite food. This is gonna sound so.
Quickly. What is it?
What's the tops of cupcakes?
You heard it.
Did you erase that?
No. Top of cupcake. Awesome. Okay. Favorite color.
Red.
Okay. Favorite book.
Oh, wow. First one that comes to my mind.
Yes.
Lean and Mean by Billy Beck III.
Oh, there you go. I gotta get that book. I don't have that one. How about favorite movie?
Favorite Gladiator.
Oh, I love that. 300 is mine. Okay. And then favorite TV show. You watch a lot of
TV
TV?
show? Not that much.
Okay. How about favorite podcast? The Transformation Coach?
That was the one I was thinking of. It was right there. I love it.
All right, guys. Anyways, follow us along here on the Transformation Coach. I'm here with BB3, Billy Beck, world-class trainer here out in the Miami area. If you guys are out here, come and visit him. He'll make you feel at home like you did with me. Keep in touch, follow along. Remember to live with faith, passion, purpose. Peace.